Start live. All right, good morning, Rampage family. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. Third game of the weekend, second game against the Oakmoor Patriots. We have just about 10 seconds left in warm-up time. Obviously, the first game this weekend against these guys, Rampage boys went up 9-5, excuse me, and I have a feeling that this Oakmoor teams probably want to come back at us pretty hard today. So hopefully the boys are still ready to score and go fast and be aggressive on the puck and all the things that we do that we did well the last two games. So we will stay hopeful. Yeah. Same caveat as everything else this weekend. I'm sitting down at the end in the watching from upstairs, and the windows in this place just are not great for visibility for the whole ice. So I'll let you know if I can't see what's going on.
I'm good. Is this yours? Yes.
All right, Rampage boys huddling up, giving everybody a pep talk as they get ready to get started. A little bit of a barn burner on Friday with the score 9-5, so have a feeling, who knows? This is hockey, so it could be a 1-0 game at the end of today, the way things go. So, but there's at least a possibility we might see a lot of goals today. Out on the ice to start period number one, we've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. And Zach Stahl in net, as we've had all weekend. Rumor is we're hoping that Liam will get cleared this week, so hopefully we'll get a chance to see him back in net a little bit next weekend. That's the hope. I know that's Liam's hope. He's itching to get back in. All right, here we go, period number 1. Rampage win the draw, back to Bisley. Bisley over to Wheeler. Wheeler back to Bisley on the near side. Up to Drexel and tipped into the zone, so play will continue. Server pinches in, keeps the puck down low. Drexel goes in after the puck. In the near side, Oakmoor's going to send it reverse direction. Drexel with the steal feeds it up, and then Whitted with the follow sends it wide of the net. Sarver sends it up to Bisley. Bisley puts a shot on goal. Sarver comes in on the rebound. Goaltender makes a couple of saves. Puck ends up in the near side corner, and Oakmoor is going to send it over to the far side. Puck comes up the wall and out of the zone over to the near side. Biz is going to turn and chip it into the zone. Rampage going for a change. Oakmoor sends it up and out. Gets caught on the linesman, and then Whitted's going to turn and fire it. That'll be icing, so we get a whistle. Face off will be in the Rampage zone with 16:08 left in period number 1. On the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Gudonis, Merrill, and Rahojan. Rampage win the draw. Oakmoor holds it up at the point. They're going to skate down the wall on the far side. Centering pass comes across. Shot doesn't make it through. And now Whittingham's going to turn and skate with it. He takes the red line. He's going to chip it in and give chase. Rahojan's on the far side. Whittingham sends it up the boards towards him. He wrangles it in. Puck comes out and then goes back in. Rampage are offside. So we get a whistle of a face-off outside the Oakmoor zone with 15:41 left in period number 1. Same crew out as before. Tied up on the draw. Rahojan skates it in and dumps it in the zone. Oakmoor is going to send it across to the near side. They turn and fire it out cross ice. They're into the Rampage zone. Take the outside wall. Oakmoor has it on the outside wall. They turn, skate up to the blue line to center, send it down low, pass down low. Shot, I believe, goes up and over and ends up on the near side wall. Now comes out of the zone. Rahojan gets there one-on-one into the zone. Rahojan takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Foster turns, tries a backhand. Puck bouncing around in the Oakmoor zone. It's going to come out now. Espirito wrangles it in neutral ice. He turns with it. Espirito up to Whittingham. Whittingham's into the zone. Poke check is going to send it back out. Espirito wrangles it back in again, sends it up the wall, goes through, and we've got an icing again. Face off in the Rampage zone. 14:50 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Roberts, Huff, McManus, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw over to Roberts on the far side. Oakmoor recollects in the neutral zone, sends it back into their own zone. Up and out, it tips off a stick and goes on net. Stahl sends it up to Espirito. Puck is where I can't see it. Shot taken, Stahl with the save. He's going to hang on. We'll get a face off in the Rampage zone. 14:31 left in period number 1. Puck down in the corner. It's going to go to the far side where Huff is going to try to drop it, change directions. McManus has to try to come back for it. Oakmoor comes off the wall with it, sends it out to center and across the near side point. Back to center on the blue line. Oakmoor still with possession of the puck. Up at the blue line. Quick poke check by Roberts is going to send it up and out. Roberts is going to go for a change. Oakmoor sends it across to the near side, chips it off the wall, and now Bender turns it around the other direction. Oakmoor wrangles it back in. They're into the Rampage zone. Shot taken goes wide of the net, ends up on the far wall. Oakmoor pinches in, and now Bisley's going to clear it up to Bender. Bender is into the zone. Rampage are offside. Just by 3 or 4 strides, I think. 13:45 left in period number 1. Face off will be outside the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Whitted, King, Bisley, Wheeler, and Bender. Rampage wins the draw. Back to Bisley. He's going to dump it in from the red line. Far side wall. Chipped up the wall. King holds it in. Sends it down low. Whitted feeds it out front. Sticks in the way. It's going to get chipped up and out of the zone. Wheeler has to come back into his own zone for it. Makes a move to the near side wall where Aiden can no longer see what's going on. Puck comes out, and now it's out of the zone. Oakmoor tags up, and they turn and dump it back into the Rampage zone. Wheeler picks it up down low. Feeds it up the wall. Whitted skates it out of the zone. He's into the Oakmoor zone, takes a shot from up high. There's a rebound there. Oakmoor knocks it back behind the net, and the puck is on the near side wall now. Whittingham off the bench comes in and holds it at the blue line. He's going to skate in close, sends the puck across to the near side. Merrill's pinching in down low, skates it out of the corner, tries to feed it up, goes off a skate, ends up in the near wall. Little back and forth, and Oakmoor recollects the puck. They're going to turn and fire. I believe that's going to be icing, and we get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Oakmoor zone with 12:28 left in period number 1. Goose eggs on the scoreboard currently. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whittingham, Sarver, Merrill, and Gudanis. Oakmoor wins the draw. They send it up and out. They're going to wrangle it in. We've got a one-on-one, and Gudanis with the poke check is going to take the puck back. Sends it up to Drexel, over to Whittingham. They're into the zone. He feeds it over towards Sarver. Sarver sends it up to the point to Gudanis. Shot deflects, goes wide of the net on the near side wall. And now Oakmoor's out of the zone with it. They're going to chip it into the Rampage zone and give chase. Puck down low in the corner. Drexel over to Sarver. Sarver's into the zone. Takes a shot, deflects off the stick, and bounces down. He got a stick on it again. Goaltender was up to the task. Oakmoor has it. They're in their own zone. They send it back to recollect. Cross ice to the near side. It's going to go off the wall. Recollect. Foster on the forecheck is going to keep the puck in the zone. Up the near side. Espirito's going to pinch in. Oakmoor now skates out, and Huff from the ice manages to get a poke check and turn the puck back around the other way. Foster's into the zone. Centering pass for McManus. McManus turns and fires. Goaltender with the save. Foster picks it up. Back behind the net. McManus picks it up behind the net. Feeds it up the wall to Espirito at the point. And Rahojan's going to fire it off the near side wall where Huff's pinching in. Takes a shot from up top. Goalie with the save, and he's going to cover it up. So we'll get a stoppage. 10:57 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Wilton, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. Oakmoor wins the draw. They chip it up and out of the zone. It's on net. Stahl comes up, tries to play it up, and quick steal. And Oakmoor is going to put that one in with 10:47. So on a clearing attempt, get a quick turnover in the zone, and Oakmoor goes up 1-0. Out on the ice, same crew as before. We've got Roberts, Whitted, Wilton, Wheeler, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Back to Bisley. It's going to go back into his own zone. Bisley turns. It's up the near side wall. Fed up to Roberts. He's skating through neutral. He's into the Oakmoor zone. Roberts takes a shot, goes wide of the net. It's going to end up on the far wall. Puck bouncing, and Wilton keeps it in. Whitted gets it on his stick. He turns with it. It's down low into the corner. Centering pass attempt. It's going to come up. Wheeler takes a shot from up top, goes off a skate, and ends up down low. Whitted behind the net with it. Tries to feed it up front. Still loose. And now the goaltender has it covered up. We get a whistle. And we'll get a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. 10-12 left in period number 1. And we've got a penalty coming. High sticking penalty coming to the Rampage to Robert. So with 10-12 left in the first, Rampage is going to go on the first penalty kill of the game. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage wins the draw back down low, sends it over to Merrill on the near side. He sends it back around up the board. Sarver gets there, chips it up and out of the zone. Oakmoor has it at neutral. Whittingham gets a stick on it, deflects back into the Oakmoor zone. He's going to give chase. Oakmoor recollects in their zone. They're on the far side. Send it up to neutral ice. Send it in on net from outside the zone. Now Gudanis sends it up the wall, and Sarver pokes it up and out. Oakmoor recollects. They're in their own zone with it. Going to skate back behind their net. Sarver on the forecheck. They're going to drop it. Sent over the near side. Whittingham gets a stick, but Oakmoor recollects. They're back through neutral and into the Rampage zone now on the far wall. Shot goes back behind, comes up and out of the zone. Oakmoor recollects down deep. 1 minute left on the penalty kill for the Rampage boys. Oakmoor recollects in their own zone, sends a stretch pass. They're into the Rampage zone with it. I think Brendan Huff blows a tire, goes into the wall pretty hard. Whitted turns and fires it up and out. That's going to be icing. Looks like Huff bounced up. He seems to be okay. 8:50 left in the period, 39 seconds on the penalty kill for the Rampage boys. On the ice, we've got Whitted, Wheeler, Drexel, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Wheeler feeds it over. And now trying to skate it out from behind the net. Wheeler's going to reverse direction, go to the far side. Chips it up in the air. It comes out to neutral ice. Oakmoor recollects. They're going to send it to the far side and turn and regroup. Into the Rampage zone. Near side wall. Up to the point and across to the far side, and the puck obviously came past the blue line. I can neither confirm nor deny because I can't see the spot at which it was held or not held on the blue line. 8:19 and 8 seconds left on the penalty kill. Same crew out as before. Oakmoor wins the draw. They're going to send it back up the near side wall into the Rampage zone. Wheeler has to go down low for it. Sends it up the near side wall. Rampage are back at 5. Thank you. Poked into the zone. Bisley's in. Takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Tries to feed it out front from behind. Turns and fires, and it comes up, and that one's going to go out of the zone. Wheeler has to come back for it. Wheeler turns with it. Sends it up the far side wall. Whitted's going to poke it out of the zone, and now Oakmoor recollects and sends it over to the near side. Back out, Bisley sends it up the near side wall to Drexel. Drexel makes a move. And Oakmoor's going to send it up and out. Over to the near side of Bisley, up and off the wall. McManus is going to turn and fire it into the zone. Puck in the far side corner. Ian King's in there to try to pinch it in. King feeds it up the wall. Shot taken from the point. Deflects up and over. Gudanis pinching in. Puck stuck on the far wall. McManus is in there as well. Oakmoor chips it up and out of the zone. Gudanis knocks it down. Feeds it over to King to Bender. Bender across to McManus. McManus is into the Oakmoor zone. He takes a shot from up high. Goalie has it and is going to hang on. 6:47 left in period number 1. On the ice, we've got Foster, Rahosian, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage won the draw. Gudanis drops it for Rahosian. He takes a shot from up top, and the goalie has it in their glove. He's going to hang on. We'll get another face-off. 6:43 left in the period. Tied up on the draw. Little back and forth, and Oakmoor sends it up the boards and out. That's going to go through, and we get an icing whistle. Face-off will be back in the Oakmoor zone. 6:31 left in the period. On the ice, we've got Merrill, Rahosian, Gudanis, Whittingham, and Foster. Rampage win the draw back to Gudanis. He's held it at the point, takes a shot from up high, goes off a body, and falls. Oakmoor's going to send it up and out. They're through neutral into the Rampage zone. Goes just wide of the net. Stahl's going to tip it into the corner. Puck back behind the net. Oakmoor feeds it across to the far side wall. Back again to the near side corner, up to the point, and Oakmoor holds at the blue line. And now Rampage send it up and out, deflects off a stick, and bounces into the Oakmoor zone. Whittingham gets there, keeps it down low. Rahosian's going to go into the corner after it. Oakmoor sends it over to the near side. Cross ice to the far side, deflects off of a stick into the zone. Play will continue. Whitted goes back, picks it up down low, makes a quick move, sends it up, goes off of a stick, and ends up back in the corner. Puck ends up going to the far corner again. Huff's going to send it up the boards and out. They're waving off icing. Play will continue. Foster's going to get there first. Foster feeds it over to center. Sticks in the way. Foster recollects. He's going to skate to the far side. Backhands it, goes off the post. Espirito pinching is going to keep it in the zone. Sends it over, bounces up and across, and then Huff's going to feed it down the wall. Ends up the near side corner. Oakmoor sends it up the boards. It comes out of the zone, and they've got a 2-on-1 into the Rampage zone. Shot, and Stahl makes a save. Puck's going to bounce up high and ends up just squeezing through, and now Roberts is going to send it up and out. Wilton wrangles it in. He skates into the Oakmoor zone. Centering pass attempt, nobody home. Oakmoor turns around, fires it across. McManus knocks it down with his glove. He's going to get there first. McManus feeds it across. There's a hand pass to himself, which isn't the way that rule works, but 4:30 left in. Right, that shouldn't have been a whistle. Yeah, it's because he knocked it down and he was the first one to touch it. So, but they called it a hand pass. 4:30 left in period number 1. Face off just outside the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor's going to win it, send it across the far side. Wheeler chips it just out of play. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Drexel, Sarver, Wheeler, and Bisley. Oakmoor wins the draw. A quick poke check by Sarver is going to keep it in the zone. Oakmoor turns the outside wall, goes off a skate, and ends up coming back. Oakmoor with it behind their net. They send it up, stretch pass, nobody home. We got a breakaway situation into the zone, and a move made, and that is going to be 2 goals for Oakmoor. So 4:04 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got King, Bender, Gudanis, Merrill, And we need a center. Oh, and Whittingham. I just couldn't see him. Rampage win the draw. They're going to send it back into their own zone. Gudanis turns, fires it up off the wall. It's into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor turns with it. They fire it up and out, and the puck's going to bounce across and into the Rampage zone. Ends up down low, and now we've got a penalty coming to the Rampage for a trip. I'm not sure which one of them they're going to get. It looks like Whittingham is going to the box. I don't think I saw anything that constituted a trip, but maybe I didn't see it. 3:44 left in the period. Rampage are back on the penalty kill. Out on the ice, we've got Espirito, Whitted, Drexel, Huff. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Huff's going to send it around. Espirito comes up the boards with it. Still in the zone. Huff sends it around the boards on the far side. Oakmoor has it at the point. They dump it down the boards. Huff gets in there, gets a stick in the way. Whitted wrangles it in. He skates out of the zone with it. He's into the Oakmoor zone, takes the far wall. Centering pass attempt just behind. Espirito gets in there. Oakmoor has it back. They're going to regroup in their own zone. Whitted applying pressure on the forecheck. Oakmoor sends it across to the near side, feeds it up and out. They're into the Rampage zone. They're going to feed it down low. Espirito sends it up the boards to the far side. Oakmoor sends it up to the point. Cross to the near side. Shot goes off a Huff skate and ends up on the near side wall. Oakmoor sends it up to the blue line. Cross to the far side point. Shot from the top of the circle. Stahl's got it in his glove. And player taking a whack at Stahl after the whistle, and our player's having a little exception to that. So 2:38 left in the period, and we've got 54 seconds left of penalty kill time. Out on the ice, we've got Wheeler, Bisley, Sarver, and Foster to continue the second half of this penalty kill. Oakmoor wins the draw, sends it to the near side point, and then a steal by Sarver. Sarver's into the Oakmoor zone. He's got a player on. He gets taken down from behind. Rampage can't buy a penalty today. Oakmoor traps it in the corner. Sarver applying pressure on the forecheck. They've got it back behind their own net. They're going to skate to the far side. The near side into the Rampage zone with it. Gets sent up and out. That's going to go on net. Play will continue. Foster applying pressure on the forecheck. Oakmoor has it behind their own net. Skate to the far side. Send it up the far side wall. It's into the Rampage zone. Bisley's going to get there. Sends it around the boards to the near side. Rampage back at 5. Oakmoor has it at neutral ice. They skate back into their own zone. Send it across to the near side. They're going to take the red line. Skating through. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Puck down low. Gudana sends it around the far side wall. Comes up to the point. And now poke check by Roberts. Roberts has a breakaway into the zone. Zach Roberts takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Wilton's going to recollect. He sends it down the near side wall. Puck comes up to Merrill at the point. Takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. It ends up in the near side corner. Comes up. Merrill holds it at the blue line. Sends it back down the wall. Oakmoor chips it up to neutral. It's going to come out. And they're into the Rampage zone with it. Pass across. And then Roberts is going to feed it off the boards. Oakmoor recollects. They send it across to the near side and back again. Goes off the skate and bounces back to neutral territory. Oakmoor sends it across to the near side. They're going to skate through, take the red line, chip it in on net. Puck gets stuck on the far wall. Oakmoor skates it down. They dump it down low into the corner. And right out to center. Shot taken, stalled with a nice save. Puck gets sent in the distance. That'll be icing. So we get a whistle. Face will be back in the Rampage zone. Just 11.9 seconds left in period number 1. On the ice, we've got Huff, Espirito, King, Whittingham, and I think one more, but I can't see the 5th. Rampage wins the draw into the corner. Espirito sends it around to the far side. Oakmoor is there. They turn, send the puck up. Oakmoor holds at the blue line. They send it down. It's back behind the Rampage net, and time expires on period number 1. So your score after 1 is 2-0 in favor of the Oakmoor Patriots. And hopefully the Rampage are waking up. It's been some good action, good opportunities down in the other zone, shots on goal. So far, Oakmoor has been up to the task. And a couple of broken plays, turnovers, and/or breakaways have led to Oakmoor getting a couple of goals early in this first period. All right, out on the ice to start period number 2, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. All right, here we go, period number 2. Oakmoor wins the draw. They're going to send it across to the far side. Up the wall, deflects, and it's in to the Rampage zone. Wheeler comes back for it, takes it to the wall. Oakmoor's going to pinch in and keep it down low. Centering pass comes up high. Shot goes off a stick and goes wide of the net. Back down, Wheeler's going to send it around to the near side. Sarver's going to chip it up and out of the zone. Drexel, I believe, is going to get there first. Holds up in the corner, sends it up to the point to Wheeler. Wheeler pinches down low. Centering pass attempt. The puck gets stuck right out front. Wheeler picks it up. Makes a quick move. Wheeler's going to center the pass. Puck bounces up. Whitted turns with it. Takes an inside wall. Skates it down low. Puck deflects to the far corner. Whitted regains it, sends it up to Bisley. Bisley takes a shot, goes off the skate, ends up on the near side. And puck deflects up into the netting and out of play. So 15:55 left in period number 2. We'll have a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Rahosian, Foster, Gudonis, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw, back to the point. Merrill takes a shot from up top. Body's in the way. It's going to fall. Rahosian turns and shoots wide of the net. Puck comes out. Oakmoor sends it through, doesn't connect, and then will be icing. So we get a face-off back in the Oakmoor zone. 15:43 left in period number 2. Same crew out as before. Rampage wins the draw up to Gudanis at the point. He's going to feed it down the wall. Puck down low. Foster's in there. He gives it to Rahosian. Rahosian changes direction over to Merrill, tries to wrangle it in. Merrill centers the pass. Puck is stuck up front, and the goaltender is going to cover it up. Same crew out as before. 15:25 left in period number 2. Oakmoor wins the draw. They're behind their own net with it. Puck comes up the near side wall. Oakmoor's going to skate it out. They're into the Rampage zone. Take the far side wall, and it's going to come up. Foster's going to take it away. He skates it out, feeds it over to Rahosian. Rahosian's into the zone with it. Rahosian with the shot, goaltender with the save. Rahosian turns. He fires it down low. Whittingham can't quite get there. Oakmoor's going to turn around, send it up, and then we got a steal by Gudanis. He has to wait for everybody to tag up. So he turns with it, feeds it into the zone. Oakmoor sends it up. Huff tries to kick it across, and Oakmoor's into the Rampage zone now. Skate down low. Puck bouncing around. McManus pulls it out of the corner, sends it up, goes off of a skate, and Oakmoor turns and fires it in and are offside. 14:23 left in the period. We'll get a face-off outside the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Espirito, Wilton, Roberts, McManus, and Huff. Rampage wins the draw. Espirito over to Huff. Huff up to Wilton, who's going to deflect it into the Oakmoor zone. Down low in the corner, I have lost sight. Puck back behind the net now. Up the far wall, Espirito pinches in, keeps it down low. McManus is going to come after in the near side corner. Tied up off the wall, and now we have a penalty coming to Oakmoor. So our Rampage get our first power play of the game at 13:50 left in the second. For a cross check. Out on the ice to start the power play. Oh, and yep, I apparently missed something. We have 2 more players in the box, so I believe we're going to have a full 2 minutes of 5-on-3. So out to start the 5-on-3, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw up to Bisley. Bisley over to Wheeler. Wheeler takes a shot from up top. Rebound is there. Bisley wrangles it in. Feeds it down the wall. Drexel across to Wheeler. Wheeler up to Bisley. Bisley takes a shot from up high, hits a body in front. Drexel's going to wrangle it in. He turns, skates to center. Drexel takes a shot, goal, and that one goes in. And I think Whitted got it on the rebound. So with 13:24 left in the second, Rampage get on the board. Yep, it looks like Whitted must have got the rebound on that one. Shot from Drexel. A couple of good shots, and the boys were there to pick up the rebounds early. So Rampage will have 1:35 left to 5-on-4 power play time. Out on the ice to take over for the second shift, we've got Wilton, Foster, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw back to Gudanis. He's going to send it over to Foster. Foster skates to the far side. He's into the zone. He drops it. Gudanis wasn't quite there yet, so comes out of the zone. He's going to send it over to Merrill. Merrill chips it off the boards. Whittingham feeds it off the wall, and Gudanis is going to pick it up. He skates it in and sends it over to the near side for Foster. Foster skates it down low. Is going to send it around to Gudanis on the far corner. He kicks it up the wall to Foster. Foster feeds it. It gets tipped out of the zone. Merrill has it, but he has to wait for everybody to tag up. Merrill over to Whittingham. Whittingham's going to turn with it. He's back into the zone. Whittingham skates to neutral, takes a shot, goes just wide of the net. Foster's there for the rebound. Goaltender's going to cover it up. 12:38 left in the period and 49 seconds left of power play time for the Rampage. Out on the ice to take over the power play unit again, we've got Whitted, Sarver, Drexel, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Up to Wheeler, over to Bisley. Bisley feeds it down low. Back up to Bisley at the point, over to Wheeler. Goes off the boards. He wrangles it back in. He's going to skate down low. Wheeler sends it to Whitted. Whitted takes a shot. I think goalie got a piece of it or it went wide. Comes up to Sarver at the point. He feeds it down the near side boards. Up to Bisley. He's going to skate the blue line. Back over to Sarver. Sarver skates in, sends a shot on. Rebounds there. Goalie's going to cover it up. Boys are attacking the net like they should. 12:06 left and 17 seconds on the power play. Same crew out as before. Rampage wins the draw, bounces, takes a weird bounce, comes out of the zone. Wheeler recollects, tries to turn it around. Oakmoor gets a stick on it. They're going to dump it into the Rampage zone. Bisley picks it up down low. Quick drop, and then Whitted's going to skate out of the zone with it, makes a move to center. He's into the Oakmoor zone, skates to the near side, loses the handle, goes down low. Sarver collects, takes a shot. I think it goes off the side of the net. Puck comes up to the point. Bisley's going to send it right back down the wall. Oakmoor's back at 5. Puck in the near side corner. Bisley has it at the point. He's going to feed it back down the wall again. Puck comes out to neutral, then bounces out again. Oakmoor turns and fires. That'll be icing. And we'll get a face-off back in the Oakmoor zone. 11:20, both teams back at 5. Out on the ice, we've got Espirito, McManus, Huff, Roberts, and Wilton. Oakmoor wins the draw. They send it up and out. It doesn't connect, and I think that's going to be icing, and is. I think I just said this, but on the ice we've got Wilton, McManus, Roberts, Huff, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw. Roberts up to Espirito. Espirito tries to feed it back down the wall. It gets stuck. Roberts feeds it out to center. Oakmoor's got it back to the near wall. And it comes up. Espirito pokes it back the other way. Oakmoor loses the handle, but they're going to regain in their own zone. Sent to the near side. Cross ice to the far side. Roberts gets a stick on it. Oakmoor regains. Sends it back and up and out of the zone now. Espirito has to come back for it. He's got a player on. Going to give a reverse check. Sends it up to Wilton. Wilton off the boards just outside the reach of Roberts. It's going to come up and out. McManus knocks it down. It's into the zone. Oakmoor skates it back behind their own net. Oakmoor skates to the near side and sends it up and out. They're into the Rampage zone. Sent across. And Huff sends it up the wall. Nobody's home. So this will be icing or maybe not. Looks like they've waved it off. Play will continue. Oakmoor picks it up. Sends it to the far side. They're going to skate through. Puts a shot on. Stahl's going to turn that aside. It's on the near side wall. And Oakmoor keeps it in the zone. Gudanis gets a stick on it. Bender's going to turn, send it up and out of the zone. Oakmoor has to recollect. They send it across to the far side. Into the Rampage zone. Gudanis has it. He's going to send it up and out to Whittingham. Whittingham turns with it. He's into the Oakmoor zone. Poke check, and now Oakmoor sends it to the near side wall. Puck held in the zone.
Yes.
Lost sight of it. Gudanis pinches in, keeps it in the zone. King's going to send it. Goes to the near wall. Puck comes up and out. Gudanis turns it around. Oakmoor's into the Rampage zone. Tied up down low in the corner. Whittingham pulls it out. He sends it across to the far side to King. King gives it to Merrill. Merrill's into the zone. Merrill takes a shot from up high, goes off a body, doesn't make it through. Oakmoor turning around, coming back the other way. They're into the Rampage zone. Shot taken, Stahl with the save. That one ends up in the near side corner. And puck goes on net. Stahl's going to cover it up, and we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone with 8 minutes and 30 seconds, and I believe that'll take us to the ice cut. Indeed, it looks that way. So when we come back, there will be 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. Face-off will be in the Rampage zone. Rampage are down 2-1 currently. Lots of good activity on the other end of the ice. I mean, the Rampage boys are creating opportunities, and you know, they're still working hard. They're still getting in the zone, creating opportunities out front. The Oakmoor goalie has been very good so far. All right, I'll take a break. We'll see you guys back in about 10 minutes.
There's too much snow in front of our bench.
There's a lot. Yeah, they need an ice cut. Yeah. Thank you. All right, everybody, welcome back. Get this second half of the second period started. As we come back, we've got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock for the second period. Score is currently 2-1 in favor of the Oakmoor Patriots, and the face-off will be in the Rampage zone. And everybody's at full strength right now. All right, out to start period to start the second half of period number 2. We've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage wins the draw back into the corner. Wheeler reverses direction at the near side wall. Oakmoor has it down low, feed it off the side of the net. Bisley's going to send it to the far side. Oakmoor holds it in. They're going to dump it down low. It's behind the Rampage net. Centering pass attempt comes out. Sarver sends it across, doesn't connect, and Oakmoor turns around, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Comes up to the near side, and then Bisley's going to poke it up and out. Drexel's going to try to get there. Looks like Oakmoor player's going to get there first. Drexel's hot on his heels. Oakmoor turns with it. They're going to skate up the near side wall into the Rampage zone, and the puck ends up the far corner. Whittingham sends it up to Sarver. Sarver sends it off the wall to Whittingham. Whittingham into the zone, shoots it, goes just wide of the net, ends up at the near wall. Puck comes out, and Oakmoor is into the Rampage zone. Across to the far side wall. Oakmoor takes a shot, goes off of Merrill, and Merrill's going to send it up to Foster. Foster feeds it over to Rahogen. Rahogen's in the zone, takes a shot, deflects high, and ends up behind the net. Rahogen pulls it out from behind, sends it up to the point. Merrill sends it in from up high, goes wide of the net, ends up on the near side wall. Whittingham keeps it in down low, and Foster's going to pick it up. Foster sends it across. Oakmoor's going to chip it up and out. Gudanis knocks it down, sends it off the wall to Whittingham. Whittingham's into the zone with it. Goaltender pokes it away. Rahogen tries to feed it out front, bounces right back to him. Rahogen behind the net with it. Whiffs on the feed attempt, and now the puck's going to come up. McManus holds it at the blue line. Rahogen's going to turn and dump it down low. Foster goes after it low in the corner. He's got McManus in there with him. Puck comes out front and ends up in the far corner. And we get a whistle. And it looks like we've got a penalty coming to the Oakmoor Patriots for things that I did not see. And they're going to call a rough, but I didn't see it, as I think it happened in the corner. Cornerville reputes. I don't think we've got 6 minutes and 25 seconds left. Rampage can be on the power play. We've got Foster, Whittingham, Wilton, Gudanis, and Merrill. Refs didn't like something they saw on the face-off, so they're going to do that one again. Foster in to take it. Rampage win the draw. Comes up to Gudanis. He's going to skate down low into the corner with it. Gudanis holds up in the corner, turns, looks, sends it across ice to the near side, up to Merrill, back down to Whittingham, cross to Gudanis. Gudonis across to Whittingham. Up to Merrill. Merrill over to Gudonis. Gudonis skates in, tries to take a shot, fans on it. Gudonis feeds it over to Whittingham. Whittingham on the near side wall. He's going to dump it down low. Foster's in there. Pulls it from off the wall, sends it across to Gudonis. Gudonis holds it on the far wall, sends it up to Merrill. Merrill to the blue line. He's going to feed it down to Whittingham on the near wall. Puck down low. Gudonis pinching in is going to pick it up down low. He's got a player on. He manages to pull it off the wall. 5:27 left in the period. Shot taken, goes off the body, doesn't make it through. And now Oakmoor sends it up, and it's going to be on net, so play will continue. 53 seconds left of power play time for the Rampage. Merrill turns, sends a stretch pass up to Gudonis. Gudonis tries to feed over to Drexel, just doesn't quite connect. Now comes up the near side. Gudonis up to Sarver. Back down again, and it's going to come out on the far side wall. Gudonis picks it up at center, drops it for Wheeler. Wheeler turns and skates with it. He's through neutral. He's into the Oakmoor zone. He's going to skate it down low into the corner, send it up the wall to Sarver. Sarver across to Bisley. Bisley on the far side comes back through, and Drexel is going to recollect. Sarver picks it up, sends it across to Wheeler. Back up to Bisley. Bisley over to Sarver. Sarver down low to Drexel. Drexel out in front. Puck bounces, and Drexel's got it behind the net now. Feeds it up. Sarver with the shot. Goes up and over. Oakmoor's back at full strength. Oakmoor skating through neutral. Into the Rampage zone. Shot taken. Stall with the save. It's going to end up in the far corner. Bisley feeds it up the wall. And now Wheeler picks it up. He's going to skate out with it. Played with the high stick. And we get a whistle, so we'll have a stoppage. Faceoff should be in the Oakmoor zone. 4:01 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Huff, Espirito, Roberts, and Wilton. Oakmoor wins the draw, sends it up. McManus tries to send a shot in and ends up just sliding wide of the net. Roberts back down low behind the net. Roberts with it. Centering pass attempt. It bounces up and through. And now Oakmoor is going to turn. They drop it behind their own net. Wilton applying pressure on the forecheck. Roberts has it off the wall. Just fanned on the shot. And now Oakmoor. McManus comes off the wall with it. Oakmoor has it back. They're out of the zone. Quick poke check, and McManus is going to turn around. He turns and just dumps it into the zone. Puck down low behind the Oakmoor net. Comes out front. Wilton's going to steal. Drops it for Roberts. Roberts takes a check from behind. Play continues. Oakmoor's going to ice it. No? Espirito picks it up. I guess play's continuing. Puck comes up and out. And now Oakmoor has to wait for everybody to tag up. So they're going to turn around and send it back into their own zone. Off of Brendan Huff's body, and it bounces into the Rampage zone. Huff comes back for it, sends it over to Espirito. Espirito up to King, off of his stick and into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor turns and fires. It's into the Rampage zone, and that'll be icing. 2:36 left in period number 2. Face-off will be in the Oakmoor zone. Out on the ice, we've got King, Bender, Whittingham, Merrill, and Gudonis. Tied up on the draw. It's in a pile. And Oakmoor comes out of the pile with it. They chip it into the Rampage zone behind the net. Merrill's going to pick it up. He skates to the far wall, sends it up the wall to King. King chips it up and out. Bender has to go after it. He's into the zone. Bender sends it towards and behind the net. It ends up on the near side wall. Puck comes up to the blue line. Merrill takes a shot from up high. Goalie with the save. Bender picks it up down low, feeds it up top. Merrill holds it at the blue line, has to make a move to the outside, takes a shot, the goalie makes a save, and it's up in the far side corner. Whittingham pulls it out of the air, tries a backhand attempt, goalie gets a piece of it, it goes wide. Puck on the near side board, still in the Oakmoor zone. And Bender gets in there, reverses direction. Oakmoor sends it up the wall, bounces over Wheeler's stick, so it's going to go all the way out, and we get an icing whistle. So 1 minute and 30 seconds left in period number 2. Face-off in the Oakmoor Patriots zone. On the ice, we've got Whitted, Foster, Rahosian, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw up to Bisley at the point. Bisley drops it for Rahosian over to back to Bisley. Whitted turns and fires, goes high and wide. Puck down low in the corner. Ends up on the near side wall. Puck out of the zone, and Oakmoor is into the Rampage zone with it. Feeds it to the outside, shot taken, Saul with the save. He's going to hang on. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone with 1:05 left in period number 2. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Oakmoor's going to get there. They feed it up to the far side. On the far side wall. Sent across to the near side. Shot taken, goes back behind the net. It's going to roll up the boards and out of the zone. Oakmoor comes back for it in their own zone. They're going to skate to the near side and then make a move, send it up and into the Rampage zone. Wheeler comes back for it. Sends it up the boards on the far side. Shot goes wide of the net, ends up on the near side boards. Bisley picks it up, feeds it up to Foster. 27 seconds left in the period. Foster makes a move, goes to the far wall, gets back there, he gets clotheslined. Whitted pulls it off the wall, makes a move inside. Whitted with the shot, goalie with the save. And Oakmoor's going to turn and clear it offside, and it's icing anyway, so face-off will be back in the Rampage zone. 8.6 seconds left in the period. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, McManus, Sarver, Huff, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw. Huff sends it down the boards. Oakmoor tries to clear and fed through. Now Oakmoor's going to send it, and time expires on period number 2. So your score after 2 is 2-1 in favor of the Oakmoor Patriots, and as I mentioned, might be the case after our barn burner of a night on Friday. This is a much lower scoring and much tighter game. Rampage boys have had lots of good opportunities, just can't quite find the back of the net. So as we go into period number 3, coach is giving them a little talk.
Yeah, we just did it because he's trying to video and it's
Yeah, we're just trying to keep the traffic down. But no, I mean, that's, yeah, take the chair. And honestly, I'm not going to sit, so you can take this one too. So, yeah, absolutely.
trying to keep it quiet for you.
Yeah, no, you good. And honestly, they've all been real nice. I mean, everybody's been.
Somebody got clotheslined.
It was Armani got clotheslined.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No call.
Nope. All right, getting ready to start period number 3 on the ice. We've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Wheeler, Bisley. Rampage win the draw back into their own zone. Bisley has to go back for it all the way back down low. Bisley gets tied up down low. Puck sends to the near side wall. Oakmoor feeds it across. Bisley's going to send it to the far wall. Whitted chips it up and out. Oakmoor with the puck back. Gets stuck in the snow. And a little back and forth. Sarver's going to bring it into the zone. Sarver takes the far side. Tries to send it up to a teammate. Deflects off a stick. And now Oakmoor turns around coming the other way. Oakmoor takes the near side wall. They're going to skate down low. Puck comes up. Oakmoor still with it in the zone. Puck bounces up in the air. Oakmoor's gonna knock it down. Goes across, doesn't connect. I believe that's going to be icing, and it is. So we get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Rampage zone with 16:01 left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Espirito, Huff, Whittingham, Foster, and Rahojan.
We're trying to keep
Rampage win the draw. Rahojan feeds it up to Foster. Foster kicks it into the zone. Whittingham's going to go after it down low. He's got Foster in there with him. Puck down low behind the Oakmoor net. Oakmoor changes directions. They feed it out to the near side. They're going to skate it out of the zone through and into the Rampage zone. Puck comes out. Foster wrangles it in. He's going to skate up and in with it. Oakmoor turns it around, chips it up and out of the zone, and now they're going to advance with it. Espirito with the poke check is going to send it to the far wall. Espirito rims it around the boards to the near side. Foster is there, skates out to the red line, sends it through and into the zone. He's going to give chase. Rampage going for a change. And we must have a penalty coming to Oakmoor. As they tag up, we get a whistle. Again, I couldn't tell you. I didn't see what happened. We'll wait for the signal. Looks like a roughing penalty. It is really difficult to see most of what's happening in this game today. So 15:09 left in the game. Rampage are going to be on the power play. We've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Wheeler, and Bisley. Sarver comes up with it, tries to take a backhand. Body's in the way. Puck's bouncing around. Sarver goes after it down low, sends it up the far side wall. Bisley sends it back down, and now Oakmoor's going to skate it out of the zone. They're into the Rampage zone. They're going to dump it down low. Puck goes into the far corner. Wheeler has to pick it up, change direction. He's back behind his own net. Wheeler's going to skate it through neutral, sends it over to Whitted. Whitted's into the zone with it. Whitted drops it for Sarver on the far wall. Sarver up to Bisley. Bisley over to Sarver. Sarver down low to Drexel. Drexel makes a move in the corner. Puck comes up, and a couple of shots, and goalie's going to make saves. And we get a stoppage, and we will have a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. 1 minute and 20 on the power play. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Gudanis, Foster, Whittingham, and Merrill to take over on the power play. 14:29 in the game. Oakmoor comes out of it. They're going to skate it out of the zone. Oakmoor's into the Rampage zone. Gudanis is going to pick it up. He turns with it to the near side wall, sends it across to Merrill. Merrill sends it back to Gudanis. Gudanis turns, makes a move. He's into the zone. Gudanis skates the blue line to the far side, trying to get set up on the power play. Back up to Merrill up top. Merrill sends a shot, but that one's going to go through. Ian Merrill from the blue line, using bodies in front to screen. And that one's going to sneak through. So on power play goal to Ian Merrill with 14:04 left in the game. Rampage tied up 2-2. Out on the ice, looks like we're going to have Foster, Whittingham, Rahojan, Huff, and Espirito.
They're going to be home before you are.
Tied up at center ice. Whittingham's going to pick it up. He skates it into the Oakmoor zone, takes a poke check. Puck's going to end up on the near wall. Rahojan sends it down low. It's going to go to the far side. Tied up on the wall. Oakmoor sends it across to the near side. They send it up and out. That doesn't connect. That'll be icing. So we get a whistle. Face off. Be back in the Oakmoor zone with 13:39 left in the game. Huff, Espirito, Whittingham, Foster, and Rahojan on the ice. Rampage win the draw. Rahojan leaves it for Espirito. Espirito drops it for Rahojan. He turns, takes a shot, and Rahojan from up top in the middle. So with 13:33 left in the game, Rampage go up 3-2, take the first lead of the game. The Rampage boys on the goal to Yevgeny Rahojan, the one they call Eugene. All out on the ice, we've got Roberts, McManus, Wilton, Huff, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw. Espirito up the wall. It comes through. It ends up in the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor's back, sends it across to the far side. Far side wall. They're going to send it up and out. Espirito gets there, and the far side skates behind his own net. Changes direction towards Huff, and it's going to bounce and end up in the far side corner. A little bit of chaos up front. Oakmoor is going to take a shot from the point, goes off a body and wide. Shot, Stahl gets a piece of it, and it goes wide of the net. It comes out to McManus out front. He skates behind his net, turns, changes direction, sends it off the boards. That should be icing. And is. So we get a whistle. Face off. Be back in the Rampage zone. 12:47 left in the game. On the ice, we've got Bisley, Wheeler, Bender, King, and Whitted. Rampage wins the draw. Oakmoor gets there real quick and sends a shot off the side of the net. Shot taken, Stahl with the save. He's going to hang on. We'll get another face-off in the Rampage zone. Same crew out as before. Rampage wins the draw back into the corner. Wheeler gets there. He's going to skate it to the near side, sends it up to the near side boards. Puck comes out, and now we're turned around. They're back into the Rampage zone. Down in the low spot. Puck's down low in the corner. Wheeler's going to pick it up. He skates to the far side and then changes direction, comes right up the middle and into the Oakmoor zone. Wheeler down low in the corner, drops it for Whitted. Whitted's there. He's got a player on, tries to feed it back. The puck's tied up down low. Oakmoor gets in there, pulls it out of the pile, sends it up and out of the zone. Oakmoor turns. They're into the Rampage zone now. They're going to skate to center, takes a shot. Stahl with the save. Secondary shot. Stahl got a piece of that one as well. Comes out, another shot, and Stahl with the save. Puck comes out to neutral. Whitted's going to pick it up. He's one-on-one into the zone, skates to the far side, takes a shot, ends up in the near corner. Bisley pinching down low, tries to feed it out front. Gudanis tries to backhand, body's in the way. Gudanis knocks it down, keeps it in the zone, sauces it up towards Drexel. It's down low in the corner. Oakmoor pushes it up and out, and now Bisley has to recollect. He sends it in. Rampage are offside. It might be weirder when I called him that, though. He scored a goal, and I said, Drexy, with hands so sexy. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whittingham, Drexel, Gudanis, and Merrill. up to Drexel, and he's into the zone with it. Takes the far wall, sauces it over, and it's going to end up down low. Sarver and Whittingham in there. Whittingham pulls it off the wall. It's up the near side. And now Merrill's pinching in. Puck is just kind of stuck on the wall. Looks like Oakmoor's going to get there and send it around to the far side. Puck's up and out of the zone. Drexel recollects, sends it over to Merrill. Rampage have to tag up. Merrill sends it up to Whittingham. Just loses the handle, and now Oakmoor's going to clear it out to the far side. Foster's there, wrangles it in, has to wait for everybody to tag up, and he dumps it in. Sarver gets in there. He's going to knock the puck down, gets tied up down low in the corner. He's got Foster in there to help him out. Puck comes up to Merrill at the point, sends it in wide of the net, ends up on the far wall. Gudanis pokes it over. He's down low behind the net, feeds it up front. Foster wrangles it in, takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. It ends up on the near side wall. Oakmoor's going to skate to the far side corner with it. McManus applying pressure on the forecheck, and Rahosian as well. Oakmoor recollects, sends it up and out of the zone. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Drops it at the point. Oakmoor with the shot. And I believe that one went up and out of play, and I think we have a penalty coming. A little chaos up front. Looks like we've got a penalty coming to Espirito. So with 9:50 left in the game, Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Huff, and Wheeler. And we have a timeout coming. I have a really hard time seeing anything that's going on that end. Even when it's over on the far wall, I just just the netting and the angle with this window, it's just tough. Right. Yeah, it's tough. I believe Oakmoor did. Going on the power play makes sense to me. All right, fresh off of the timeout, 9:50 left in the period, and Rampage are just starting a 2-minute penalty kill. On the ice, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Huff, and Wheeler. Rampage wins the draw back into the corner. Wheeler sends it around to the near side. Puck still in the zone. Oakmoor sends it across the far side. Shot taken, body's in the way. Bouncing out front, and comes to a player sitting right up front, and that one's going to go in. So on a power play goal to Oakmoor with 9:29 left in the game, we once again have a tie game. On the ice, we've got Whittingham, Foster, Rahosian, Wheeler, and Bisley. And a lot of time left. Rampage win the draw. Comes all the way back to Stahl, who's going to hold it up for Bisley. Bisley turns to the near side. And puck still in the zone. Up to the point, Whittingham gets skates in the way. He's coming back. Whittingham one-on-one into the zone. Whittingham with the shot. There's a rebound there. Oakmoor turns around. There's going to skate it out of the zone. Into the Rampage zone with it. Across and tipped into the corner. Oakmoor skates to the far side. Center of the pass. It comes through to the near side wall. Centering pass again. It's going to go over to the far side. Rahosian gets there, picks it up. He's going to clear the zone with it. Oakmoor turns around. They all tag up. They're back into the Rampage zone. Shot taken goes wide of the net. Bisley picks it up down low. He's going to send it hard off the boards. They're waving off the icing. Play will continue. 8:32 left in the game. Oakmoor picks it up down low. They change direction. Going to fire it off the far side wall. Comes out to Gudanis, who turns it and sends it over to Merrill. Merrill has to come back into his own zone for it. Sends it across to Gudanis. Gudanis sends it up, goes off a body, and it's going to bounce into the Oakmoor zone and then right back out again. And then Rampage are offside. So 8:10 left in the game. We'll have a face-off outside the Oakmoor zone. On the ice, we've got Roberts, Wilton, McManus, Gudanis, and Merrill. Tied up on the draw. It comes back to Gudanis. Gudanis is going to skate the near side and dump it. It's behind the net. Wilton gets in there, tries to feed it up front. Puck bouncing around. Oakmoor's going to recollect. They send it across to the far side. Gudanis has it on his stick. He makes a turn to the near side, feeds it up to Wilton. Wilton into the zone. Roberts picks it up, sends it towards the goaltender. Goalie makes a save. Puck ends up in the near side corner. Roberts doing battle. Puck bounces up in the air and now it gets cleared to the far side and down, and we have an icing whistle. So 7:31 left in the game. Face off in the Oakmoor zone. On the ice, we've got Bender, King, Whitted, Huff, and Espirito. Rampage win the draw up. Espirito at the point tries to drop it, and Oakmoor turns back the other way into the zone and Stahl with the save. It's going to end up go into the far wall and out of the zone. Comes across to the near side. Oakmoor has it. They're going to skate off the wall to the far side. Turn around. Bender sends it out, and I think Oakmoor was offside. So we have excuse me. We have a penalty coming to Brendan Huff for a slash, it sounds like. So with 7:07 left in the game, Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Foster, Wheeler, and Bisley. Tied up on the draw. Oakmoor sends it down the wall. They skate it off the wall and send it across the near side point. Shot taken. Stahl gets a piece. It goes wide and into the near corner. Oakmoor sends it up to the blue line, kicks it out to the point, and then back to center. Puck ends up down low. Bisley sends it up the wall, but not out. Oakmoor holds it, skates it down, sends it up to center. Shot taken, goes off a body. Whittingham took a shot and then took a cross check as he was down on the ice. Shot taken, body's in the way. Whittingham's hurting. Gets up. Bisley turns and fires. Comes up, but apparently not out of the zone. The shot comes through. Stahl with the save, and then on the rebound, Oakmoor's going to put in a power play goal with 6:07 left in the game and retake the lead 4-3. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Merrill, and Gudanis. Rampage win the draw. Back to Merrill. Merrill sends it up, comes through in the zone. Drexel's tries to send it up the boards. A little bouncing back and forth. Drexel steals it back. He's going to send it down low. Sarver's there, gets a stick on it. Whitted's in there as well. Whitted picks it up, sends it up to the point to Merrill. Merrill sends it back to Whitted. Poke check, and now Oakmoor clears. Merrill recollects at center, sends it over to Gudanis. Gudanis to the far side. They're going to skate through, sends it to Sarver. Sarver to Drexel. Drexel fans on the shot. Hands come across the far side. Gudanis is going to pick it up. Puck bounces back behind the net. Gudanis has to try to get there. Comes up, but not out. Merrill holds it at blue line and then fans on trying to send it in. He's going to get it to Whitted. Comes over to Drexel. Drexel down to Sarver. Sarver sends it up. Rampage going for a change, so they have to come back for it. We have a penalty coming against Oakmoor. 6 skaters on the ice for the Rampage. Puck comes up to Gudanis, over to Drexel. Drexel chips, and Oakmoor's going to tag up, and we get a stoppage. 4:55 left in the game.
Oh no, I know, I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realize there was a penalty.
Yeah.
4:55 left in the game. Rampage are going on the penalty, or I'm sorry, the power play. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Foster, Whittingham, Merrill, and Gudanis. Rampage win the draw. Comes up to Gudanis, sends it hard up and over the glass and out of play. Rampage win the draw, but Oakmoor's quick to jump on it. They send it out of the zone. Gudanis over to Merrill. Rampage have to tag up. Merrill sends it back towards Gudanis. Gudanis drops it for Whittingham. Whittingham turns. He's into the zone. Puck comes up and out. Foster has to wrangle it back in. Oakmoor with the poke check. They're coming back fast the other way. They send it up and out. Wilton applying pressure on the forecheck, and now Whittingham's going to pick it up. Whittingham takes a shot, goes off a skate and wide. Foster's down low in the corner, tries to send it up the wall. Gets tied up on the wall, and the puck is now cleared. It's out to neutral ice. Merrill has to come across to the far side and pick it up. He's going to turn, sends it up to Whittingham. Whittingham's into the zone, drops it for Gudanis, tries to. Oakmoor coming back the other way. Gudanis gets a tripping penalty trying to get the puck back. So we'll have a minute and 1 of 4-on-4 time with 3:56 left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bisley's going to skate to the near side, chips it up for Drexel. Drexel makes a move. Oakmoor with the takeaway. They've got it behind their net. They're going to change direction. It's over to the near side. Held up in the corner. Whitted's down there, putting pressure on. Oakmoor turns and sends it to the near side. Up the wall, comes up to Bisley at the point. He's going to send it hard down the wall. It's going to rim around to the far side. Wheeler pinching in. Gets a stick on it, and now it's going to come across to the near side. Oakmoor sends it out. Play will continue. Bisley picks it up down low. He turns and skates with it. He's out of the zone, chips it into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor sends it to the far side wall and across to the near side. Oakmoor's back into their own zone with it. Send it up to the near side wall, and Oakmoor has a power play for the next 57 seconds. Puck comes across to the near side. Oakmoor's going to skate the blue line to the far side point. They're going to send it down the wall, down low. Bisley's in there trying to tie things up down low. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Wheeler's going to pull it out of the pile. He turns, sends it across the far side, just outside the reach. That's going to go for icing. So we get a whistle, have a face-off back in the Rampage zone. 28 seconds left of penalty kill time, and 2:23 in the game. On the ice, we've got Sarver, Foster, Espirito, and Huff. Can't see where the puck is. Oakmoor's got it. Esperito tries to send it up. Sarver has to wrangle it in. He's skating through. Sarver sends it over to Foster. Foster back to Sarver, and that's a shorthanded goal. Heartbreaking shorthanded goal with 2:10 left in the game to tie the game at 4. Really hard-working goal. Esperito to Sarver to Foster to Sarver and in. So 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Still 14 seconds left to the penalty kill time for the Rampage boys. The score is tied at 4. Oakmoor's going to win the draw, skate to the far side. Sarver gets a stick in the mix. He turns it around. He's going to send it into the Oakmoor zone and go for a change. Oakmoor picks it up down low. Just under 2 minutes left in the game. Rampage back at full strength. Oakmoor turns with it. Send it up. Gets chipped to the near side boards. Whittingham's going to dump it into the zone. Oakmoor kicks it off the wall. Whittingham with the steal. He's going to hold up, turns to the near side, makes a quick move. Puck comes through and then back out again. Back to an Oakmoor player who's going to send it cross ice to the far side. They're in the Rampage zone. A move down low, and Rampage are going to go back on the penalty kill with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game. I believe it was a tripping penalty is what we're going to see. All right. Out on the ice for the PK, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Gudanis, and Merrill. Back and forth. Oakmoor comes out of the pile with it. Drexel picks it up, though. He's going to skate out. He's into the Oakmoor zone. Drexel takes the outside, takes a shot. It's just sitting there out front, and Oakmoor picks it up and clears it out. They've got it behind their own net. 1 minute remaining in the game. Oakmoor sends it up the near side wall. They're into the Rampage zone. It's back low in the corner. Oakmoor sends it up to the near side point. Across to the blue line. Shot taken. Goes off a body. Comes to the side. And now Gudanis is going to clear it. Whitted's going to have to rush. He's got a little bit of time. Whitted and Drexel. Whitted, a goaltender, makes a save. Out to Drexel out front, and the shot just goes wide of the net. Oakmoor's going to send it up. 20 seconds left. Oakmoor takes a shot, stall with the save, goes up. I guess not into the netting. Play continues. 15 seconds left. Oakmoor's going to send it down low, cross ice, and comes back up to the blue line. They drop it at the blue line outside, make a move to the inside, and send it down low. Centering pass, and now Drexel's going to turn and send it, and that will finish the game. So your score after 3 is all tied up at 4. And I don't know what the rules are for this tournament as far as
What about the penalty? Does that survive the ending?
if there's an overtime, I would think that the penalty will continue, but I don't know if we have an overtime here. It appears that way. I don't know the tournament rules here, but we're not lining up for a shootout, it doesn't look like, so I think we must have a little bit of, we got 5 minutes of 3-on-3. Okay, thank you. Sounds like we've got 5 minutes of 3-on-3 time. And I do think that the penalty will continue into the overtime, which would make me think that we'll have 40 seconds of 4-on-3 time. No, so what'll happen is they'll have 4, and then when we come out of the box, we'll have 4 until the stoppage, and then it'll go back to 3-on-3.
That makes sense.
I know. And we have
expensive, but it's cheaper to rehab.
Yeah, I love how she says it. Cheaper to put your kid to rehab, but you know what? I'll do that. Oh, sucks
All right. Out to start for our three-man defense on the penalty kill. We've got Gudanis, Whittingham, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Back to Merrill. Sends it up the boards. Whittingham's got it. Makes a move. He's into the zone. He's going to hold up. Sends it back to Gudanis. Gudanis over to Merrill. Merrill back to Gudanis. Gudanis is going to hold up. Makes a quick move. He's through. He's going to be into the Oakmoor zone. Gudanis takes a shot, goes off a body, and I think bounces wide. Goalie might have got a piece of it. Oakmoor coming up back the other way. 12 seconds of penalty kill time left for the Rampage. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Oakmoor's going to recollect and tag up. Cross. And Rampage are back at 4, full strength for overtime. Puck's down low in the corner. And it looks like it's going to come up to Whittingham. Gets poked and turns around. Oakmoor comes back in. Whittingham's going to take that puck. He turns with it. Sends it off the boards towards Sarver. It's just not reachable, and that's going to go the distance. So we have an icing. Face-off will be back in the Rampage zone. And so now we should be back at 3-on-3 hockey. 3:54 left in the overtime period. On the ice, we've got Foster, Wheeler, Sarver.
All the Ers.
Yeah, right.
It's the Ur one.
Rampage win the draw. Wheeler has to come back for it. Wheeler sends it up towards Foster. Doesn't quite connect, and now Oakmoor's got the puck. Send it across. Foster gets skates on it. Oakmoor's going to recollect. They send it back to the far side. Puck gets sauced out. Wheeler's going to pick it up. Drops it for Sarver. Sarver sends it up to Wheeler. Catches the back of his stick. And now a little back and forth, but Oakmoor's going to turn and dump it into the Rampage zone. Stahl's going to hold it up for Wheeler to pick it up. He does so. He's going to skate to the far side. Skating out of the zone. Makes a move. He's into the zone. Blaze Wheeler takes a shot. Goalie makes a save on the follow. Foster picked up the rebound, and the goalie got that one as well. Oakmoor coming back the other way. They're into the zone, takes a shot, goes off of Drexel, and ends up in the far corner. Turned around. Wheeler has to pick it up behind his own net. He's going to give it to Drexel. Drexel skates to the near side. Comes up to Whitted. Whitted turns. He's into the zone. Makes a move to the outside. Whitted, it ends up in the corner. Drexel picks it up. And now we've got a steal. Oakmoor's coming back the other way. Oakmoor's 2-on-1, but they're offside into the zone as they lose the handle just crossing the blue line. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the overtime period. On the ice for the three-man attack, we've got Espirito, Whitted, and we need one more. Looks like Rahosian. Rampage win the draw. Back to Espirito. Espirito's going to hold up. He's behind the net. Over to Whitted, just outside the reach. It's going to go off the boards. He has to recollect. Whitted makes a move to the inside. Gets poked away from him. Espirito has to come back, and now Oakmoor's going to pick it up. They're back into the zone. It goes towards Stahl. He's going to cover it up, but we'll get a stoppage. We'll get a face-off. 2:09 left in the overtime period. We'll get a couple of fresh skaters out on the ice. We've got Whittingham, Roberts, and Gudanis. All tied up on the draw. Whittingham's going to drop it back for Gudanis. Gudanis skates behind his net. He makes a move, reverses direction. He's going to turn and skate with it. Rampager in the zone offside. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off outside the Oakmoor zone. 1:56 left in the overtime period. Looks like Gudonis is going to get to the puck first. Sends it up to Whittingham. Whittingham turns. He skates. He's got Roberts with him. Whittingham comes in. Shot goes off a skate. Ends up on the far side. Whittingham picks it up. He's going to turn with it. Shoots from the near side. Goes wide of the net. Goes to the far wall. Roberts picks it up. He's going to skate out of the zone and control it. He sends it over to Merrill. Merrill drops it for Whittingham. Whittingham drops it back down low. Merrill's there behind the net. Merrill makes a move to the far side, centers the pass. It goes off a skate. It's going to bounce up and out. Roberts has to come back for it. Roberts sends it off the boards to Merrill. Merrill's going to turn. He's back into the zone. Other Rampage players going for a change. Merrill sends the shot wide of the net. Oakmoor's going to pick it up. They send it up and out. Oakmoor's going to hold up with it. A poke check by Sarver's going to send it back in. Oakmoor gets there first. Sarver's in pursuit. Off the boards, a little flubbed pass, and Foster just breaks up the pass. Oakmoor now coming back in the Rampage zone. Shot taken. Stahl with the save. Puck's up front. Change of direction. Down low. Up to the point and across. Back down again. Cross to the far side. Comes up and out of the zone. 28 seconds left in overtime. Oakmoor sends it across to the near side. They're into the zone with it.
That was offside.
Looked like it to me. Body's in the way. Shot doesn't make it through. Now up to the point. Oakmoor makes a move. Sends it down low, and Stahl's going to cover it up. And we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone with 9.4 seconds left in the overtime period. On the ice, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Gudonis. Puck comes to the near side wall. Drexel's got it, sends it up. Whitted's into the zone. Time's almost expired. Holds up at the wall, tries to center it. And, it didn't. Time expired just as they were there. Oh, valiant attempt, but time expired. So we are going to finish this overtime period all tied up. And it looks like we're going to go into a shootout.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, just can't get enough hockey today, so we're just going to keep this going a little bit longer.
I know, right? Murder and something. Why like
All right, out to take the first shootout. We've got Carter Drexel. Drexel's coming in. Makes a move, and that one goes off the post and out. All right. Oakmoor to take their first round shootout.
Tit for tat.
And Stahl with the save. He's going to put it just to the side. So, after the first round, we've got 0-0. Boone Whitted to take the second shootout attempt. Whitted tries to make a move to the outside. Goaltender makes a nice save. Oakmoor for their second attempt. Oakmoor player coming in with a little bit of speed. He's going to take it to the outside. Holds up, makes a move, and Stahl with the save. He looked back behind him a little bit, which made me nervous, but Stahl will save number 2. So after 2, we're still 0-0. Yevgeny Rohozhin to take the third attempt for the Rampage. And he's going to send that shot just a little wide of the net. Oakmoor to take their third attempt. Stahl with another nice save. So, as has been very indicative of this game, 3 rounds isn't enough. Johnny Sarver to come up for the next one. Let's go, Johnny. Johnny Sarver with the first goal in the the shootout. Oakmoor to take their 4th attempt.
She's taught him everything. Everything. That move, everything.
I'll take credit. That's good. Come on, Stolly.
And Oakmoor scores on their 4th attempt, so 4 rounds isn't enough. Jack Winningham out to take attempt number 5. Let's go, Jack. Oh, and Jack just loses the handle on his way in. Oakmoor to take their 5th round. Stahl with another save. 5 rounds isn't enough. Blaze Wheeler out to take attempt number 6. Wheeler sends it just wide. Oakmoor to take their 6th round attempt. Stahl with another save. We just want to make sure every player from both teams gets a chance to attempt a shootout. Max Gudanis to take the 7th attempt. Gudanis with a goal. Oakmoor to take their 7th attempt.
Come on, Stolly.
And Stahl with a save, and that'll do it. So finally, after 7 rounds of shootout, Rampage managed to take home the win. That was a well-battled game, much tighter game, and honestly, kudos to each of the goaltenders today. I think
Wait, what's your pressure?
a lot of pressure on those goalies in the overtime shootout stuff, and they both performed quite well. So, well-fought game by both teams, and thankfully, the Rampage get our first overtime victory of the season. So, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next week in Chicago.